Hello. I wrote an entire script on a completely different topic. However, I don't feel as if I've fully expanded and given it all that, I wanted to, and it doesn't feel complete. I just had this random inspiration to do something completely different. So I thought I would, go with the universe and see what happens. So today I'm going to be talking about manifestation and how easy and simple it actually is in a very short time frame, because this is not a long topic. This is not something that takes a lot of time and effort. Everyone's out here making a million videos on like the O method, the pillow method, but the actual core root of manifestation itself is exceedingly simple, and all this misinformation about it online or just in general may be confusing you. So I'm here, qualified as I am, to clear things up. Okay, professional, now the video's actually begun. So, you've clicked on this, so you obviously know what manifestation is, or you have a rough idea. But it's basically the process of setting an intention and detaching to get what you desire into your 3D reality. Because what you desire already exists out there for you in the quantum realm, in the 4D, 5D realms. It already exists for you in parallel lives. You've got what you want in this life. And let me just say, you want things for a reason. You wouldn't want something, and if you know the YouTuber Tam Kaur, she speaks a lot about this and I really resonate with it, that you would not want something that was not meant for you. You would not want something that the future version of yourself doesn't already have. Like, why would you want it otherwise? But just preface, you need to make sure you don't want this thing out of fear and trauma, because then that's not a true soul, fulfillment. It's not a true soul want, it's a trauma want. For example, if I wanted my boyfriend to text me because I have a fear of abandonment, that's out of fear, that's not out of love. And any action out of fear can only create more fear. So when you manifest, it must be from a place of fulfillment. It must be from a place of wholeness and gratitude. This is why everyone always says, do your gratitude work. Be grateful for what you already have, and then your desires will come to you naturally, effortlessly. Remember, and how I keep referencing this in all of my videos, if you've watched all of them, but that nothing can flow where there is resistance. And I will say this a million times, nothing can flow where there is resistance. This is why we say to detach. Because when you detach, you are releasing your grip on your desire. This is you, this is your desire. You are holding on to your desire for dear life because you don't believe, subconsciously, you don't believe that you're going to get it. For example, again, if I were to be messaging my boyfriend all the time and making plans 24/7, if I were to be clinging on to him very tightly, even just energetically, it would not be in focus. It would be from a place of fear. It would be from maybe, a fear of abandonment, a fear of rejection, because subconsciously I don't believe that I'm worthy enough to sit back and receive. So self-concept work really does link into this a lot. Nothing can flow where there is resistance. So you and your desire, your grip on it, that is creating an essence of control. You're not allowing the universe to work for you. Therefore, you can only attract what you believe you are able to attract. So, as I said, self-concept work, very important in this. I have done a lot of different manifestation methods in my life. I used to do the 33 times 3 method back in 2020 and positive affirmations, and obviously you will probably already know from the abundance of resources and information there is online about manifestation, mine is just one upon many that you know, you have to speak in the present tense, and I'll break this down in a minute, but just for example, I did back in 2020, I know, I was, yeah, very young, and I just kept going. I did the 55 times 5 method, because this was in lockdown, everyone had enough time in lockdown for it, didn't they? Can we see it? Hello? Basically says, I feel so happy that I have a dog at my dad's house. I feel so happy I have a dog at my dad's house. And I did this, I think, just once, maybe, once or twice. And I, very, you know, of course, I got a dog that time next year at my dad's house, because I kind of forgot about it. I kind of was just like, oh well, it's gonna happen if it's meant to happen. I set the intention, I released my control, so in other words I detached, and it flowed to me. But if it didn't, I know this is opposing this law of certainty that we feel we must have in manifestation. If it's not that you want, it's going to be something better, and it's going to be something more aligned. So, you know, it's obviously easier said than done, but you are able to be secure in this, because you know that you're either going to get what you want, or you're going to get something better and more aligned. You are going to get effortlessly. You don't need to work for this. The universe is working for you. Your higher self is working for you. You're going to get what you need to get in that moment. And if it's your desire, then that's great. But if it's not your desire, if it's something worse than your desire, then that is preparing you and giving you the lessons, giving you the wisdom to be able to receive what you desire. And if it's something better than you desire, then great. You know, it's a win-win situation. You've got to realise, I know it's easier said than done, and I struggle with this so much. You've got to realise that the universe is working in your favour. It is working to up-level you and us as human beings. So, the simplest way I can break manifestation down is set a specific intention and detach. So, I could right now think to myself in my head, okay, I want a chocolate chip ice cream in a wafer cone. I have a chocolate chip ice cream in a wafer cone. I set the intention that I have a chocolate chip ice cream in a wafer cone. And then I set the intention that I am detaching from this intention, or just let it go. Trust. Trust is the biggest thing. And I like the metaphor people use all the time of, for example, when you order a package from Amazon, you don't keep going like every hour or every day going and checking if the package is coming, because you know it's coming at some point. And that's a useful way to think about it. So, the simplest thing, set a specific intention and detach. You will either get that intention, or you will get something that will prepare you for that intention, or you will get something better than that intention. You are on the track to get exactly what you want, or better. What a win-win situation. Your job is to detach and relax. And that's basically manifestation. So, other methods, or like a daily practices you can do. Obviously, you can do what I did back in the past, but now I just intend and let it. Do not put your kind of releasing the control, releasing the attachment to the desire. Because if you have a specific attachment to very certain thing, like the chocolate chip ice cream, for example. I don't know why I chose that. If I have that specific intention for the chocolate chip ice cream, there might be an ice cream that is going to be way better than that maybe someone's going to bring me instead. And I'm going to be so grateful that I got that instead. Do you know what I mean? And gratitude is also, oh my god, gratitude is also very, very important with this. Because when you show the universe, that is basically you showing the universe, I'm content where I am, I trust you, I release all attachments and control and resistance towards me getting this thing or better. It's basically you saying, look, I'm already so grateful with everything I have around me, and I know that with or without this thing, I am fulfilled, I am whole. Like attracts like in this quantum realm. For example, when you make a decision out of fear, you can only attract more fear. When you make a decision or an action out of gratitude, you can only attract more of the same. So this was very quick, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed, you know, talking to you, apart from getting burned on my incense. But yeah, I hope you like this more relaxed format. This was not my plan. I was going to plan to read out this proper big essay that I wrote, which will be coming soon. I hope you have a lovely day, and good luck with your manifestations. I love you lots. Goodbye.